I know. I heard. I didn't listen through all of it, but I did listen to Al lie to me for weeks. Um,
Oh, do tell.
he didn't really lie to me. He's just been like,
Ow.
"So where are you in the campaign? What's going on in the campaign? Where are you in the campaign?"
Oh,
And now
so the
makes much
opposite
more
of lying
sense.
to you, then, to
He's
implying
a
that there's
bot.
something that you
Listen,
don't know yet.
him talking to me is basically him lying to me. Uh,
Wow.
you don't know
If he
us.
breathes, he a thought.
Truly, that man is my rival. I will destroy
My
him.
rival.
Oh, gods, that reminds me, I was playing that Pokemon Infinite Fusion game, and I had to name my rival, and I'm like, I forget what I named this guy, so I just named him White Mike.
White. That
White. White Mike.
I don't know why that sounds so problematic, but it sounds problematic.
Yeah.
You,
Just
it sure
just
does.
just
You know
just
jet skis are a rich person product because they go from a scale of this one's 1,000, this one's 10,000.
What does a $10,000 one have?
I don't know. I think this one's expensive
Cup
because it's
holders.
like I don't know. They're selling it for a lot. I think it's like because it's old. I don't know. It's like the show jet
Vintage.
ski. It's
This one
like
is
All
I don't know.
right.
grandfathered out of having safety measures.
I mean, you
Why is
never
it?
know.
That makes it more fun. The danger.
Actually, wait. This price might be a joke. Okay. Anyways.
this price might be a
Well,
joke.
it was over 10,000. Then I look at the price again. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's like, wait.
What
I
9,000?
don't think I don't think they're serious about that price.
Okay, anyways,
Doesn't
Owl's
sound
lying to
like
you,
it.
Vagabond. What else was here?
Yes. What else do you know?
That we are not the only ones who have done this.
Okay.
There are many, many iterations. I believe Elijah is in most of them. And
Yeah.
we've gotten farther than Anton, so suck it. Um,
All right. Here. Let me bring up the transcripts for you, and we can have people. You can have people read them. I guess we read them last time, but you weren't here.
I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna take a while to read all of them.
Yeah. Let me give you the gist or sum up. So basically, you discovered that uh, you're currently in the seventh iteration, at least, of
I miscount. I thought.
a, a time loop. Well, the transcripts, each transcript is from one previous iteration, and there are six of them. So that's at least six previous loops.
Hmm.
Uh, so in the basically it builds up over time, uh,
We get to
going
seal
from
these. Let's see here.
yeah, they're all under other
I only
documents.
remember 5 files.
There's 6.
Yeah, it's under the other documents folder, and then there's also a Google Doc that I put in that folder that I linked in our Discord chat, which has all of them together in one document, plus links to relevant adventure reports or things from from the Westgate campaign. But basically, in the first iteration, um, there was a cascading failure that caused the Westgate colony to be overrun by the undead of the Mistress, who I don't know if you remember who that was, but it was a death tyrant that the players eventually defeated, but not in the first timeline, not the first go through. And so um, Anton escaped from Westgate along with several other um, characters that are familiar to you guys as players and somewhat familiar to you guys as characters. And then,
Persistence is just like, the fuck is a Rkth?
yeah,
There's no vowels!
and then
it's a little meta.
he ended up going on your guys' mission because basically Rat put it together um, himself, and so you guys uh, or they were met up with those of you who uh, still had reason to be here. Um, so that would have been Elijah, Persistence, and Teneless. Um, but they ended up uh, losing the war um, because to there was no Kielandi uh, putting a stop. Well, there is no Kielandi for one thing. He's dead in that timeline. Um, but the Empress was able to basically ascend a whole bunch of her followers and just wipe everybody out. So, Rick, being a war mage, is not an expert in time travel, but he'd managed to nick some books on the subject from the Kasani University Library. So he jury-rigged something to try and go back and change things. And so then proceeded to be a comedy of errors where him and Anton are stuck going back in time over and over again.
Hoping
Kind
that
of
the
like,
next leap is the leap home.
yeah, it's kind of like the Dead Dave scenario in Homestuck. If you are familiar, if you read Homestuck.
It
You
was
can
Is
literally
that
her
where that
response to me. I told her to
Okay.
watch the thing, and her response was Homestuck related, which I've never
is
read.
that is that where the song "God Damn It, Dave" happens or something? I don't know.
I don't
God
know.
fucking damn it, Dave.
Yeah,
No, that's our musical. I don't remember which one.
I know very little Homestuck, extremely
Yeah.
little.
Well, basically the way that time travel works in Homestuck is you can go back in time and you can change the past. Uh, but because that you are creating a paradox basically, then the if we whoever goes back in time and changes the past creates a new timeline, and then they become doomed. So they get like they're doomed to be killed spectacularly pretty quickly after they come back. So they come back, they have to make their change, and then um, they are killed off. So that
To
there's
fight,
only ever
fight to survive.
yeah there's only ever one version of a character at a time. Uh, but there are time travel shenanigans, or rather
Okay,
there could be several, but there's only one true character. So basically, Rick and Anton keep going back. They make a change, and then they get killed off screen. And then time rolls forward. Things play out differently in each of the previous timelines. Each time, things go slightly better, but or sometimes worse. In one, at least one case, um, until they get to your iteration, which has not completed yet. Um, but this is how things like the statue of Kielandi, that's 1,000 years old, came to be in the exact right spot where you guys needed it, with the magic items inside of it that you needed to survive your encounter with the nightmare dragon trap set by the Empress. Is time shenanigans.
so while the person can't survive, they can muck around and essentially like
So yeah, so you if you go back in time and make a change to an event that you knew happened, um,
you'll die,
then
but the changers remain.
yes, you die, but the changes that you made go forward, and then the timeline that you altered becomes the new true timeline. And this could go on, you know, ad
Forever.
infinitum. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
potentially
Ad
I understand.
nauseum.
I understand that. I understand.
an arbitrary number of times.
However many times as it's possible to just keep going back
Yeah,
until something happens and you're not able to go back.
right. Or time breaks even more.
Who cares about time breaking? Really?
Um,
gonna say, rereading through it, the one reference that I'm kind of like, that would have been cool, but he didn't do it, is in audio log number 5. You mention somebody who has to be Jacques because you get Nalvarez prisoner. We go to a fortress and we don't make it out. That's why the statue was there, etc.
Right. Yeah.
I would have loved that the first mention of an Alvarez prisoner is like, we got an Alvarez prisoner to help us. John has been very successful.
Oh yeah.
John.
John Smythe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have done that. In
I've
hindsight, you're right. I should have done that.
on one hand,
Um.
only you and I
Because
would have
that,
gotten
because
it,
in
but on the
reality,
other, that's been a lot of your jokes. So
because in reality too, the way I'm looking at these logs is that I don't know. It seems like one of the big outliers is Jacques.
yeah, he only came in
Yeah.
in
So,
5. Yeah. And only
yeah.
because Anton had to roll a city instead.
Right, I'm only mentioned in 5 as well.
Yeah.
So.
Well. So previously, in all of the iterations before 5, I believe the Westgate colony ends up failing.
Hmm.
Yeah. So uh, try number 5 is the first time that the Westgate colony actually succeeds. Um, so without the colony being there, right, with most of its colonists either dead or
Yeah.
worse, then Aerith is presumably either dead as well or never gets called
Worse.
to Keelandi's service in the first place.
Is
Oh,
she's either
very bad.
dead or worse.
Or dead.
Or
She
dead.
would probably be dead. But
So, um, yeah, so number 5 is where the things started actually going a lot better, but they still lost at the last minute. Um, so you guys have discovered this because you were able to recover 3 special power cores that powered the Chronicle of Rkth. Um, you had you recovered the green power core from some spiders whose nest is below you, um, who fought very hard to try and keep it. Um, you don't know why exactly, but they seem to really like it. Um, and then you found the pink power core just kind of like lying around in some rubbish in the kind of no man's land that was serving as kind of like a battlefield between the researchers that are here and the aforementioned spiders. And then the researchers had the blue power core, which they agreed to use
Give to
because
us because they were curious about what the
yeah,
Chronicle was.
yeah. So they wanted to see what would happen. And you also discovered an interesting thing about them, which is that they are not researchers from Kasani University. They are
They are
researchers from.
from Strixhaven on Arcavios,
oh
That's right.
yes, I knew that as well.
which,
So they are doing research here.
which I wouldn't have fully known about the plane Strixhaven was from if it wasn't for the book in March of the Machine.
I mean, they talked about it during the release of Strixhaven pretty heavily, but okay.
I
Yeah.
paid no attention to the release of Strixhaven
Pay
except
no
for looking
attention
at
to the
art.
plane behind the university.
I mean, you would have recognized the name Strixhaven though, so I feel like that would have been enough to be like, oh,
No,
they're
yeah,
from somewhere
no,
else,
yeah.
outside.
As soon as it was Strixhaven and oh look, Owlins.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
So they have been helping, so they helped you to reactivate the Chronicle um, with their power core, and they also listened to these audio logs, and they seemed very
They also
excited.
said that they've been observing our plane for some time.
Yes, they did say that, but they seem eager to report back to Strixhaven with this new information.
Yeah, and I told them that hopefully that we can continue as, if
Hmm.
not allies in war, just friendly acquaintances.
Hmm.
Since I'm fearing that the Empress is leading like some potential like multiversal conquest.
Alright, she's trying to break into the multiverse. Bitch.
He certainly seems to have a lot of advanced technology lying around.
Yes. Well, that certainly explains the statue with the potions. Uh, Elijah, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Yes. Apparently this says that if events are not stopped in a certain way, you'll become nearly unstoppably divine, but also another slave of the Empress. Do we need a contingency for that? Do we need like a code word?
No. No, I think if that happens, the code word would be me tearing your face off.
Okay. No, I don't disagree. If this happens, I'm dead. Whatever happens to you, but I was offering if this is a fate that is going to happen, would you rather be killed before it overtakes you? I'm not sure how much you value your freedom post whatever this event reminisced about is.
Oh, greatly. But I'd rather just kill the Empress.
That's definitely first on the line, but I just want right now while you are in your clear frame of mind, if it looks like this is about to happen and we cannot stop it, would you like to be dead, or would you prefer to become divine? Again, I'm going to be dead regardless if it happens, so I have no personal stake in it.
If we're on the cusp of this moment, I don't think we're going to be able to react quickly enough. Good
Fair
luck.
Do we know how long the process takes?
Says, seems like it was just a flash. They didn't have time to react to it.
Then that does indeed not bode well for us.
They also, if I'm reading these correctly, did not know of any of the previous attempts until the end of theirs. So we have gotten here ahead of the usual schedule. They were previously not acting with any prior information, only with the benefits of the previous trips. So we need to... Aerith, can you send as much of this as possible to Anton?
Is that sending this in any form, is that wise? I understand being able to bring someone up to speed, but this is dangerous information to just have out in the world.
It's dangerous information
If
for us to have it. If there's any danger for having it, we have already opened that can of worms. It seems like the alternative is just destruction regardless. And I'd rather that if things were to be destroyed, that the Empress went with us rather than her remaining standing afterwards.
yes, I agree. My fear is that sending this information, spreading it out in any form, if it falls in, if it comes near the Empress's ear and she learns of all of these other iterations and attempts, that's just as dangerous as us knowing it, if not worse.
Okay, alternate question, Jacques. Do we kill the researchers? Because you've been pretty balmy about killing civilians in the past. And I sort of
Excuse
look at
me?
the people who have been taking notes, like,
No,
They all look up and stare at you with their owl eyes.
are they
No.
fine? Because if they're fine, then Anton is also fine. They're literally recording this for prosperity and probably a dissertation.
they're not from our plane.
But they're here.
Are you going to
They're a threat?
leave immediately after this? And I look at the researchers.
No, we would send along our research notes on the next supply mission.
Jacques, if you are legitimately concerned about this information spreading and causing some sort of chronological catastrophe, then we need to kill them immediately. If you're not willing to do that, which I don't recommend doing regardless, sorry, I'm just trying to make
Then
a point.
fine.
I'm actually not advocating to kill you. But if you...
Are you sure? Because it sounds like you are.
I don't know. I
Persistence,
find
I
this quite
understand.
amusing. He never talks back to
Persistent-
Jock.
Persistence, fine. I understand. All right. Send this information to Anton. But I sit there moving to the next rock. Oh,
We're just gonna. We'll just be
be
in
over
our
here.
lab as soon as you decide what you want
Well,
to do.
No, you're fine. Killing you would be pointless. There's no reason. You've helped us enough, thank you. Please let Anton know.
yes, just
Can you make a
let him know.
persuasion check or something to assuage their fears? Because like you pretty casually talked about murdering them in cold blood.
Yeah.
I will.
He was advocating against it, though. He's saying we should do this if you believe
I will
that, but I
say
don't
that
think you're believing that.
Okay. Okay.
Haven't you heard of Persistence's hypothetical?
They look wary, but they seem to understand that you were just considering all options on the table rather bluntly.
Persistence basically thinks it's like not telling Anton is ridiculous. Like this information is going to be spread regardless. There's too many people here to keep a secret.
I would feel, if anything, then the handover of information needs to be in person. I do not trust this to a runner. I do not trust this to a system. It
You don't
needs to
trust
be us.
magic? Oh, okay.
Not with everything that we have seen. No, I barely trust time now with seeing how statues can appear for thousands of years when they shouldn't be.
Speaking of which,
With people just mucking about.
Aerith,
Is
what
this just an
point
the
of
hell
order,
is a
excuse to go
Rick?
risky?
He
is-
is a lizard folk that wished to dabble in time and the non-use of vowels in words.
He really doesn't like vowels.
I will note
This
as
is
Lev, that is a
certainly
lizard folk cultural trait, not a personal one.
this is certainly
we're
one of
making
Well-
it
those
a personal
things
one.
where it is best not
It
talk
is
about
cute.
too much, because if someone considers that with time travel it means everything is undoable and nothing is necessarily permanent and everything could always change forever, and really it makes it so that anything we do in life would be absurd and void of meaning, significance, or impact. So I suggest we simply do not think about it, because it makes life much easier. It's like thinking about aneurysm. Only can create aneurysm. Can't avoid it, just don't think about it.
You can't avoid it, just aneurysm.
Just oops, an aneurysm.
This is how this works. The security apparatus has announced it.
I mean,
would
I feel
vote.
like aneurysms are quite treatable in the modern day, but
Letting Anton know can be beneficial too. He might be able to give us a bit more insight depending on Rick's and whatever this might be.
Aerith, you're the only one
But
capable of sending a message at this point, anyways. So if I leave the call up to you. But this seems like it would be a major boon in our advantage if the person who's been making this chronicle is aware of it before they have already failed.
I will also point out, because your characters would know this, you also have your diplomat's pouch. Remember.
I know.
So- Okay.
Persistence is aware. Persistence also isn't going to jump the chain of command, even if he disagrees with Jacques. Like this is Aerith's decision as far as he's concerned.
Aerith
Okay.
is staring at her own name.
How are you staring at an audio log?
Oh, is it just an
Yeah,
audio log?
Yeah, these
Oh,
are
it's on the
transcripts from an
monitor.
audio
It's
log.
right here.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. There's a we can say there's a transcript on the screen as the Anton's
as it's
talking.
reading it out.
Yeah.
connected to a printer.
Oh,
There's
be right
also a
back.
countdown.
Oh, God!
I mentioned this last time, but there is a countdown.
Is it the final countdown?
I mean, I feel like you've already answered
It
that
can
question.
be if you stay close. If you stay close enough to it when it reaches 0.
Elijah, it's gone.
What
Let's
is
go.
the number?
What's the problem? The clock's just moving down. That's is an issue.
Get Al on the phone. I'm casting sending.
Okay.
What is the number on the countdown?
It appears to be counting down in time. You can calculate that it's basically it's in hours, and it will reach zero on day 153 of this year.
What day are we on now?
You are
There's
currently on day
no
82.
there's no timestamps like dates on the audio logs,
That's
right?
true.
Um, uh,
Oh,
I'm gonna say there are, yeah.
he would do it.
What are the
I could see Anton doing it.
timestamps on the audio logs?
The audio logs, it varies a little bit by a few days, but they're all around like 160 of this year.
So it's a so this hits zero around the time when they go back.
Yeah, assuming that Anton recorded those logs right before they activated the Chronicle, then the countdown will hit zero uh, anywhere between, you know, 3 and 10 days before uh, they will have gone back. Well, they already did go back. From your guys' perspective,
Um, persistence. Send it to him. Can you send the files to him with the diplomat's badge?
yeah, you guys can copy it down and send it to him.
Do it.
Uh, hmm. I wonder if I can actually get him on the call.
If you could
I
get
was
him in
I'm
here,
literally
I was
if you
texting
thinking
could
that.
him
get
right
him
now.
in here so Vagabond could instantly be like, "You lied!
You're a liar.
Liar!"
Wait, what did he lie about? Oh, Al lied. Yes, not not Anton. I'm like, what did Anton lie about?
He's almost certainly already in bed, but
Well,
Coward.
then get him
oh
up.
wait, nope, he's on mobile. I can see it. He's online on his phone.
I feel like that John Mulaney at the zoo thing. The animals are indoors. Well, tell them we're here. Yeah, I had a tri-tip I needed to take out of the oven. So.
I think he's getting on.
Hey,
Hey.
you were being recorded.
For training purposes.
Hello, party people. What can I do for us?
You were about to
Hello,
receive a
Anton.
message.
Anton is receiving an email
Oh,
Oh,
delightful.
and ascending.
and ascending from Aerith reporting in on her mission. The the message in your diplomat's pouch includes the transcripts of the audio logs that I sent to you before, and then Aerith basically going, "What the fuck?"
Well, it was a little more than what the fuck, but yeah.
So how does Anton respond?
Did I get? Have I just received a sending saying what the fuck?
No, so you get the email followed by ascending, which is, Your Majesty,
The fuck?
you're about to receive some transcripts of your travels in time. Do you have any insights on this? That's 25. Not the but like the rest.
Oh
I
shit!
got
It has
really
to be
excited about the
25.
25.
It does, yeah.
It's okay. I could send it a couple more times, so we're fine.
You also can, if you get once you get to your diplomat's pouch, you can send back and forth text
I've got
messages.
it on me.
Yeah,
Ooh, I got a diplomat's pouch.
I assume Anton would have one.
Yeah. It would appear many me's have been quite busy. Where did you get this?
Where did you get this? Stop.
Stop.
Nothing tickles me more than listening to people count out sending numbers. I'll
So
cast it again. I don't give. Um, we found it on Rick's computer. What
On
is
a
this?
device known
It's
as
the
the
Chronicle.
Chronicle.
it's the Chronicles of Rkth.
Uh, on Rick's Chronicle. Um, my name is also mentioned, as is Kielondi's, and it
Endless and
alludes to
Elijah.
Jock.
As a side note, this is all new to this Anton, correct?
This is the first time that you're hearing about all of this. Yes.
Excellent.
Don't mind us, we're crazy.
Please send everything you have on these adventures and whatever a chronicle is.
Last sending. Oh, also there's crazy space owls from another dimension.
My God.
I hope you have a wonderful night, Your Majesty.
Please send everything you have on crazy space owls. I'm assuming that's all. Like you said last sending, I don't have any magic.
I mean, you have more words. You did not use 25 words.
I'm gonna. I mean, I assume he taxed that on. Just I assume that's all. I don't have any more magic. I don't have magic.
Sucks.
So
I mean,
get
once
wrecked.
Sucks.
now that you guys
Sucks,
are
get
aware,
wrecked.
you can chat through the diplomat's pouch back and forth.
Ah, good. Now I don't
It
have to
does
wait.
travel instantly, so you don't have to wait
Ooh.
and you don't have to restrict your words. So your characters will be writing this out, but you guys can speak normally.
Did you get the Beeple serum? Is that there yet?
The people's.
Listen, I
Oh
hate
yeah,
the
that.
Beeples.
Yes, I did. It is being researched.
Can I send an owl person? This is me goofing. Can I send an owl person to the diplomat's pouch? What is the limit?
It is you. So the way the diplomat's pouch works is you take a piece of paper, you write your message on it, you stick it in an envelope, and then you write on the envelope the name of the person that you want to receive it, or the persons, and then you place it in the pouch. You close up the pouch. You say the command word, and then copies of the letter appear in the pouches of each of the recipients. So it's basically, I say email, but it's really more like a fax.
Uh, okay, because I was gonna, my legitimate question was, could I mail like the Beeple serum or
You cannot send
the
items through it. It does not actually transport anything. It conjures a copy of the letter uh, into the other person's pouch, um, and it only can conjure like paper. So you can't
yeah.
send
Send
magic
serum,
items
you
through
cannot
it.
send
You
owl.
can't send money through it. You could send checks through it
Oh,
theoretically. Um, if I guess the banking system is probably sophisticated enough for that,
Just
but
lousy
you
with
wouldn't.
them.
You wouldn't be able to send any kind of like item, either
okay.
magical or non.
I was just checking because if I like, cause my thought process was to send a feather if I could convince the owl people to let me have a feather. Uh,
No, you could not. You could
What
not
is
send a
that?
feather.
What exactly is an owl people?
They are researchers from a academy known as Strixhaven
University.
University,
Need to be
known
proper
as
about these accreditation
Strixhaven.
things.
They have been monitoring, uh, observing our plane for some time, according to their words. and have been intrigued by this Chronicle of Rkth that we have found.
Also, there it should be noted that there is a countdown on the chronicle. It appears to we
It
are
counts down to day one. It counts down to about 70 days from now.
Is this chronicle accessible to
uh
Westgate from Westgate?
I could ask the Sphinx.
The
Oh yeah,
Sphinx
there's a Sphinx.
on not the
Ooh,
Sphinx on the mountain in eternity.
they
What?
A
might
different
be
Sphinx?
connected because the Sphinx did say do something along the lines of "Do you remember me?" or "Do you know?" and "Do I look
That,
familiar?" Was
that
I?
was
She was talking about Fwoosh.
She was
yeah.
talking about
That
Foosh.
was a
Okay.
riddle
That
you guys
riddle
solved.
was Fwoosh.
The Sphinx
I
also
don't.
blamed everything on Rix, so whatever that thing is, it's definitely at fault here.
Whatever the Sphinx is or whatever Rix
No,
is.
whatever Rikth is.
Rick.
Rix
Uh,
is always
persi-
at fault.
Persistence has no idea, and persistence takes umbrage to the fact that there are no vowels.
These
I know
transcripts.
all the other
These
important names in this,
transcripts.
except for the person that it's named after.
These transcripts speak of a lot of people from the Westgate um, colony: Aegis, Neld, Cervantes, Jacuna.
Uh,
Um,
Princess Amber, Jade Wind.
Jadewind.
it it speaks of this chronicle being a means of information between iterations of manipulation of time manipulation by Rick and yourself.
It looks like post the fourth one. Westgate finally became Westgate. It was the first successful iteration of Westgate, which I believe is why my name appears in 5, as well as what I'm assuming is Jacques. Could be someone else. Um,
How did you get? Have you gotten to this place?
oh,
We are
we're there right
looking
now.
at it right now.
We're
How did
standing
you
in the
get
place.
there? Where is it?
Uh,
It is in a temple in the desert.
Westgate
Um,
Desert?
no.
A different desert.
no,
It is
in
on
the
Alvarez in a temple
it's on
guarded
the
by a sphinx through a
Alf.
portal. There's
Perfect.
It's
spiders
on
here.
the
I
Alvarez
don't know
land.
you, but that was very succinct.
It's quite hidden, and there's a legend about it.
You get what you pay for.
I should mention there are 6 of us writing this letter.
It's mainly persistence and
Are
everyone
you
else
all
is
using
dictating.
different colored gel pens?
It's
Yes,
like
we
that.
are.
It's like that one
I
quill
call blue.
from the new Shazam movie.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
that's one I'm never
lord.
going to see.
It was all right. It was decent. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was okay.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to spend $20 and go outside for. Decent.
Yeah.
Well, that's your problem for living in California where everything's 20 fucking dollars to see a
Yep.
movie.
Yeah, well, you know. Yep.
Oh, this is an aside, and you can yell at me about it later. What are the chances that you will allow me to become a crow person?
And
Please
persistence
explain what a
adds on a
crow person
postscript
is.
of, like, unrelated to the owl people, surprisingly enough.
And
Look,
what is crow
simply put,
person?
A crow person is
were
it's a
ravens.
genetic mutation of the lycanthrope gene.
Were
While
ravens.
instead turning into a werewolf, it appears that they turn into were ravens or were crows.
You are
Very secretive, very cool. Would like to be one.
you are
Yes.
Keolandi's problem. You may do as you wish.
I'm also your treasurer, and I don't know if you would
You
want.
want this problem?
I imagine he's got somebody else doing the books while you're away
Yes,
adventuring.
Yeah.
that's true. It's probably Zamara actually. Um, but if you, but I am also your problem. So
If you wish to be a were raven, you may do as you wish.
Anybody who wants to go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, not good at that, but I'll do it anyways.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh!
Oh,
oh, me and Mink,
We
smart
just
people in
smart
the
right now.
room.
We all smart boys.
Ooh, look at all those smarts.
Hey!
so, let's
Like, we didn't crit. That's still good for you and me.
It's a +0.
So all of you are like discussing amongst each other. Teneless is distracted.
Unsurprised.
He's still like tapping away on the keyboard on the Chronicle, like looking through different files, the file systems and the code.
Does this thing have games?
It does. It
This
runs
place,
Doom.
I was gonna say, does it run Doom?
Antoine, it also appears this console runs Dune, whatever that is.
Doom.
Well,
Doom.
yes, but a weird
DOOM.
thing. It's just some alligator man shooting
No, she
humans.
spells it wrong on
It's
purpose.
weird.
Well, bring back the soundboard. Put on the Doom soundtrack.
No.
Yeah,
Uh,
soundboard.
So, you guys are discussing amongst yourselves how to describe to Anton where the fuck you guys are, and you all kind of look at each other simultaneously and look up and see the blue and white globe of Jajatua hanging
It's
in the sky in the
right.
distance above you.
We're on the moon.
You're on the fucking moon,
Yep.
I will.
We're
I will
on
message
the
and
Antoine.
you know which
Actually,
one.
which
You've
moon
been-
are we on?
You're on Vaporillia, which is the
Ooh,
one that's tidally locked.
I'm pretty
To the
sure
sun.
that even in the first transcript, he
it's
describes
in-
where the Chronicle is. So
Yes,
I
he
didn't
does.
think that was.
Antoine, we're
is-
on the moon.
Share
So-
with no one. That will not be a problem.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Anton has a spaceship, so
What?
he can get there.
I have a spaceship.
He does have a spaceship.
Does he
do
have it by
believe-
this point?
Look,
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
called.
I'm the king of
Spelljammer.
eternity at this. That's a good point. Do I have it at that point?
Let me double check the dates. Hang on. I'm pretty sure you do.
Can you guys
Um,
imagine back in the day wondering if we should allow airships?
Look, they're called Spelljammers,
Uh-huh.
not spaceships. Spelljam.
Let's see. So if you look at the time sign-up sheet,
Oh, you're
Uh,
deep in it.
He's
Yeah.
been
He has been
deep in it.
in it.
I am deep in it. Yes.
He's
We
up
get
to his
letters.
elbows in calendars.
We get
Yeah.
we get a literal newspaper about what's going on in the world.
I remember the newspaper.
Yeah,
Ah,
We
Good old
in.
yes.
Frosthold Friday Folio.
we in
Let's
there.
see. 10/20/20.
There's an enchanted wordle in it. So you have to guess the letters, and it tells you no, that's wrong.
Yes, you do have the spaceship at this point.
Excellent. Then yeah, that's not a problem.
I do believe that the countdown is relevant to the failures of the other six.
The other
Runs?
6 Antons.
Yes. I don't know how well we are doing compared to the others, but I think we're doing pretty well. If we stop responding post day 153, then we have failed, and I guess it's time for you to rewind us all and send me back out. This feels bad. This is bad knowledge. I didn't want this knowledge.
I didn't want
Bad
it to happen.
knowledge.
Listen, I've been like in real life. I've been watching Dollhouse, and this feels very Dollhousey. It
I've
went
never
bad.
seen-
Wiper. The point of Dollhouse is they take people, they wipe their what makes them them, and so they become dolls, and then they implant memories and purposes into them, and rich people rent them out. It's weird, but this like wipe and then do it again thing. Time is weird, and Aerith is struggling.
You have no
Time
idea.
is a flat circle.
As
What is that, Nietzsche? Shut the fuck up.
Anton, as you say, I have no idea. There is a flash in your room, and a lizard in a robe appears and says, "Anton, I received a message from myself tomorrow that I should see you immediately. What is going on?" Or what has gone on? Or what is going to come on? Tell me!
Always a pleasure, Rick. I have to go, Aerith.
All right. I will check in again if I know anything new.
Excellent. Keep in contact. I will be studying the shit. What was it called again? The Chronicle.
The Chrono what?
Yep. We have to go. Rick. Rick was a I remember that. Rick was a chrono mage.
It's
That's
this
how I
whole
got
thing.
deja vu in the first place.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
He used the clock croc.
It's his whole fucking fault.
Yep.
I've been
He's
very
the frilled mystic.
Yep. I've been deeply studying the old lore and bringing things back.
You invented lore that I didn't even make reference to at the time. Like
Oh,
there was a whole riddle.
There is literally being the don't cite the deep magic to me, which I was there when it was written.
Yeah.
All right, so it sounds like you all are having fun. Try not to break my chronicle.
Anton, I have read through these. It is very important that we do not tell anyone else in Westgate about this ever.
I believe a few
Just you
people
and I.
already know.
Oh, they're fine. But we cannot mention this over any of the adventures between ourselves and our companions for the next 70 days.
Secrets are safe with me, Rick.
Good.
Is that all we need with me?
Well, I mean, you do need to
Believe
decide now that you
so.
have this information. Do you want to do anything with it?
With the transcripts?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna study those, figure out what has been happening, and where to go from here.
Yep.
Okay.
And
and
not
then-
tell any of the other people who are playing the Westgate campaign, because that would break causality.
Right. Well,
Well, so the good
I
news
don't tell people anything anyway.
is at this point in time, none of the high-level Westgate people go on any further adventures until the final one,
So we just can't tell those people.
where Keelandi ascends.
And to be fair, Anton doesn't go on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never does Rick.
So the only adventures that are left that haven't happened yet are the Werebears, a expedition to the Temple of the Approach, the Snake Heist, and then the final Keelandi's Ascension.
And the
These-
snake heist makes sense
this-
that you knew that it was going to happen correctly regardless. That was
Right.
that was the most frustrating thing to ever run as a DM. I fucking hated it.
The snake heist?
Amter was the one that ran it.
The
Oh.
snake heist?
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that snake
I
heist.
think we're thinking of different snake
We're
heists.
thinking, yeah. There was a one-on-one that I did where Anton stole the robe and scepter, and that
No, that's
was
already
just
happened.
okay. Because just remembering how it was like, okay, you do this roll. No, there's no point in you rolling. You just do
No.
it. There's no.
Yeah.
This isn't D&D. This just happens.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so that's happened. So if Anton wants to do anything to like go and try and affect what happens in the future, then you should let me know.
I will let you know. In the meantime, I have to start heading to bed.
All right.
Have a good night.
Night.
Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Right.
Okay. So Anton and Rick are discussing on their own time what they want to do. And you guys are left to your own devices.
Well,
We need to get. Alright. There is.
is there anything else in the
Either
Chronicle or
way.
just audio logs? Like, are there devices or is there loot? Is there a bomb that'll kill the Empress?
I'm confused. What does this have to do with the Were Ravens?
Doesn't
Nothing.
she just wants to be a were-raven?
I thought we were here because the Sphinx.
No.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that was the original
My-
thought.
My curiosity now. Crap, we should have asked him. is who are these other people that got here before us?
Are the owls here? We could ask them about Raven.
Yeah, the owls are still here. Who do you think got here before you?
Go implore them. Maybe it's a divergent
We we
evolution.
we literally know who got here before us. It's in the Chronicle. Like it's all the people that are listed here. Anton and Rkth every
Oh,
time, and then
okay.
I think
I
that was
guess.
Rack's question.
No, because like the Sphinx said that there were two women that got
Oh,
here
Yes.
before us. So I was
oh.
like, who were those two people?
Yeah.
Researchers,
Yes.
we have a question.
Uh-huh.
Were there two other people from our plane who were here earlier?
Uh oh, yes. Do you know them?
Well, we don't know unless you describe them. The Sphinx was very not humanoid minded with her descriptions.
Let's see. I'll do my best. And then he you're pretty sure he describes Jacques' daughter. Yeah.
All right, which daughter? The one that we haven't
The
seen yet?
Were Raven
The
daughter.
Were-Raven daughter. Yeah.
The Were Raven daughter. Okay, and then
Um,
there
hang
was a
on.
second woman.
Yeah. Evelyn. You don't recognize the description of the second woman.
And how many days ago was this?
I'm trying to remember what I said. It would have been like 2 days ago
And when did they
or two.
leave?
Oh, they didn't leave.
All right, where are they?
We're holding them prisoner. Would you like them?
Oh, yes, that's
Yes.
actually one of them is his daughter. That would be very.
Oh,
We would appreciate it.
I see. Yeah, so we caught them snooping around and they couldn't give us a good explanation of what they were doing. Uh, and we didn't realize quite how technologically advanced you guys were. So, the Prime Directive and everything, we didn't know if it would be okay to release them back to their world. So we've just been holding
Star
on to
Trek?
them. I don't know what a Star Trek is, but a, s- a s- a crystal sphere trek, maybe?
Yeah. So if
I
yes,
don't know.
if we could see them, we would appreciate it. There are people that are not a threat, and are important to us. So
Uh, Very well. We'll release them into your custody.
okay. And was there anything else? Like we got all the audio transcripts. Was there anything else
Mhm.
on this chronicle or holographic thing that I think would be useful? Or
Well, you do see uh the owl guy is gonna kind of look over to, I guess Tenelis is the one who's playing with the computer. He's like, if you're finished with that, I would like to take this back. As he kind of reaches for the blue crystal.
Tenless,
Uh,
is there anything else of use in that, or can we return the crystal and the equipment to the researchers?
There's just 1 second, and I'm trying to dodge fireballs.
he's playing Doom.
Yeah, but it's a Doom that Rkth made. so it's more like Wolfenstein, let's be honest here.
Wait, Rick
Wolfenstein is the
is John
superior Doom.
Carmine, or what was his name?
Gordon
Doom
Freeman.
Raider.
Rick is BJ Blazkowicz?
That doesn't make a lick of sense.
I forgot this here.
Blazkowicz is the
It
Wolfen.
was Carmack,
That's a
right?
Wolfenstein.
Carmack and what was his name? John Romero was Rick. Okay, Carmack wasn't involved in a designer role. I guess he's just id guy. Whatever.
But yeah, that aside from like the internal control code of the computer that's running the chronicle and the audio logs, that's basically it. That's in there.
Yes, you
You've
can have
mined it for information.
you can have all of the crystals. Thank you for your assistance.
Oh, Excellent. Well, we'll have to study those.
There may be an associate of ours who may come here and seek to
They might
look
need
at this
access. Yes,
himself.
they might need access. If you could just when he's here, put them back, allow them access, and then deal. But for now, we don't need any of these for our own purposes. So
All right. Well, we'll hold on to them and study them. If you'd like to come with me, I can show you the lab.
greatly
I,
appreciate.
I want to try something.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I want to use a minor illusion. I'm going to give him a fake crystal.
I don't think minor
It's
illusion does
obviously not going to
tactile
work when it
illusions,
won't.
does it?
Your hand goes
It's also
through
not
it.
going to work when it doesn't. It's also not going to work when it doesn't power down the machine.
I remember when I put a photo
Oh,
of a
I'm
battery in my
taking the
remote
crystal.
control, and I was worried why it didn't work.
But we need them to have the crystals so that Anton can view the stuff later.
I don't
And
care.
in reality, for the safety of this information, I think it'd be better to keep
None
the
of
crystals
you know
off
about
the
this. I'm
plane.
just trying to pocket the crystal here.
No, I'd agree.
Which crystal are you trying to pocket?
That's a good question.
Which
Pink's
color
pretty
does
cool.
he like most?
Yeah, Elijah's gonna be doing it and watching for this. Perception or insight? What do you want me to roll?
Which one did we
Perception.
take to the spiders? They care about the
Cool.
spider
The
one?
green one.
The spiders had the green one.
I
Green.
guess green's fine.
So you hold up the green one and you examine it. You try and get a sense of what it could do for you. And
No, that's the brown
here
crystal.
you go.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
What? What?
Oh my god.
What a
Oh,
great
I'm
Well,
time
definitely,
to roll a
I'm
nat
definitely
one.
keeping that.
Oh,
Huh. This would
Should
make
this be a
Oh.
sleight of hand or
Doug
something?
smart.
Yeah.
I hate it. Don't let him have it.
And maybe maybe the reason the spiders were so keen to keep it
Shit.
was because it was the thing that was making them smart.
Shit. We have
oh
no
God! I
say in
made the
this matter.
face.
Elijah, you failed us at our darkest moment.
How? The rogue, the
So
all-seeing
yeah,
rogue,
I'm
suddenly
going to
blind.
through my a myriad of fucking guess cantrips. I'm gonna try to disguise the thing and keep it.
Okay. I mean, you
Oh,
can do that, but
While everyone is distracted with nonsense like, oh, the world, the time, flat circles, it's like, oh, shiny rock.
so the console
covered a,
power's down, and
she's covered a pebble in bioluminescent algae as a diversion.
this diversion. Barnabas is gonna look over at the Chronicle and he's gonna be like, "Wait, where did the green power core go?"
Oh, it's right here. Here you go.
Hmm?
It can make an object. It can make a
Uh,
sound. It
an
can do
image.
everything. I can just give him a fake thing.
It can't make a solid thing. It's an illusion.
Yeah, I'm taking a
can't
rock.
create
I'm making it. I'm taking
sound,
a rock.
light,
I'm making it
smell.
look
You're
like
making a
the thing.
okay. So you create a new power
I'm
core with
giving him
nothing
an
but a
object that
cantrip, some
weighs like
paint, and a rock. Okay.
yeah.
A physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion.
That's
So
why
as
I'm
soon
giving
as
him
they
the
touch
thing.
it,
You're
as
giving him.
soon as they touch it, it's an illusion.
Yeah, but I'm giving him a rock, and it looks like the thing. He's like, oh, yeah, this must be the thing.
No. They're saying
As
that,
soon
but
as
once
they
they
touch the
touch it,
fake rock you're giving them that looks like the
Yeah,
core,
unless
the
it's shaped
illusion will be
exactly
shown
like.
that it's an illusion.
Unless it's shaped exactly like the power core, it's not going to. He's gonna notice that something's off, and it also only lasts a minute.
I mean, who cares?
How
Let's see
quickly
here.
can I make the dash action?
I mean, if you want to lay
1
claim
second,
to
I'm
it,
thinking about it.
I mean,
Do
in
I
the
have a spell
interest
left?
of that just swing of rolls, I'm not going to argue against it any further. But I'm not sure if you
yeah.
have the tools to pull it off.
so I guess we haven't actually inspected any of the others to know what any of them do. If this is the first
Yeah.
time we're seeing the green one,
Well, let's see here.
Well,
If I take an
you guys
action,
haven't done any
let's see here.
time to like examine them.
that's true.
I think let's see here. I'm going to use an action to get a spell slot back, and then I'll just try to charm the guy.
Okay.
like, yep, this is the real rock.
Um,
Ooh,
Oh,
like a rock.
yeah.
Damn.
he is a professor of.
There's Mari.
He's a
Quandrix.
professor of.
There's Mathmagus is a Quandrix. Oh.
Where'd he go?
So you do the Jedi mind trick. You wave your hand at him and say, "This is the rock that you want," and he looks down at it and he says,
Rocket
"What is why did you illusion this rock? What are you hiding?"
An illusion! What are you hiding?
That's the rock. What are you talking about?
Tenless, wait, okay. That's not the power core that was originally yours. That is the one we took from the spiders. Tenless, why do you want it?
Oh, I mean, finder keepers. Why do we have to give them any of their crystals, anyways?
Well, because we need them to be here for when Anton comes.
Well, we do need the blue power core.
Yeah, the blue one's
at
yours.
very least.
I will, yes. That one is yours by right.
What is important about it?
We
What does it
There's
do?
been-
Wait, what do any of these do?
They have been using the blue power core to power their telescope to observe the plane.
That's
right.
Yep.
It only powers the teleporter?
And at the moment, not for nothing,
no, not
does the
teleporter.
diplomat's pouch
Telescope.
cross planes?
I mean, if you
they're
subscribe to
just they're just
Diplomat
in
Pouch
space,
Gold,
Rec.
yes.
There's no planes involved. They're just on the moon.
Are you trying to write a letter to Strixhaven?
It's mainly
Is that-
like if they have something that's able to observe our plane, being able to keep in regular touch with them is ideal.
I mean, if they're
So
here, we can write them
they're not on a
letters.
different plane. So if they have a diplomat's pouch, which they don't, but if you got them one, then you could communicate with them.
No, I think he's asking how they communicate with Strixhaven.
How do they communicate with Strixhaven? They mentioned that there's a supply vessel that comes and picks up their research and drops off supplies.
So they're on like a listening post, in a sense.
Essentially, yeah, very similar idea.
Okay, yeah, getting them a diplomat's pouch would be
Okay, well let's take the crystals. Let's go inside. Let's have Jock see his daughter, and we can sort them out. The blue one's definitely yours. Tenless, do you really need the green one?
Of course I do. I
Okay.
needed it in my research.
Okay. What is? Let's see what the pink one does.
Okay.
Putting the logic in it is also separating the cores would be safe to protect the chronicle.
It doesn't necessarily need protecting at the moment.
What does the pink one do?
I
We're
just
looking
linked it.
at it now. Haste.
But what does it really do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, these are actually incredibly powerful. Okay. Okay.
What's the blue one
Might
do?
just-
Do we need these bird
We might
people?
just give them the blue one back and keep the other.
Well, I was
two.
hoping to at least, as a gesture of goodwill, give them one of the others so they give us your daughter.
We can just threaten them with violence. I hate
Well,
these bird
we
people anyways.
specifically need the blue one for our.
Yeah, oh yes, that
telescope.
one's
telescope.
yours. Like,
So-
taking that from you would be theft, and I don't want to cross that line.
I mean, we haven't.
Really, they know too much. We should just kill them.
Now that we've used the Chronicle and extracted as much information from it as we can, like we have the transcripts of uh, the recordings. I've took it all notes in my little notebook here for my report.
Took a book report.
Yeah, my book report. And I imagine, I don't know. I guess the blue crystal will be on hand. it seemed to be. I'm trying to think about. Yeah, I guess he wouldn't know if taking the crystals away would somehow potentially cut off your ability to use the chronicle.
I
I
mean,
guess
that's a question for Rkth.
yeah, yeah. So Rick will have
The
to come and
question also
examine
could
it.
be of man, if Rick made this thing, he should be able to power it on his own, secondarily if needed.
Potentially.
He could potentially supply some emergency power to it.
Right.
Um,
But also, as I said, the protection of the chronicle and this information, yeah, not having all of the eggs in one basket would be
yeah,
beneficial.
yeah. And for the sake of completeness, I will show you what the blue power core does too.
I suppose the idea is if they need it, can they not simply contact us and tell us to bring them back? Or deliver them in some way?
Yeah, we can also do that. Yeah.
Okay, that one's a lot less interesting.
Yeah, the blue power core is the least interesting one.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's discuss this while we reunite Jacques with his daughter again.
Excellent. Okay. I will move you guys back to here. So there's Barnabas, and he'll come up to this door, and he will tap a combination into a keypad next to it, and then it will slide open, and he'll come in.
It's another Shield Guardian roll initiative.
The shield guardian looks on impassively, and then he comes over to this stone golem, uh, opens up or walks up to it and says, uh, Golem serial number 32378. Deactivate force field. Command override B3897. And the stone golem powers down this force cage here. And Evelyn, you can see Evelyn is here. She's got another woman with her, and she's like, she sees Jacques and says, "Dad."
Yes. Everything is fine. We're talking to these gentlemen, and you're gonna come with us.
I can't believe you two are caught again. I'm so disappointed.
Knocked him.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Have we met one of them before?
Several of you have met Evelyn.
That's not the mayor, is it?
Yeah. No.
No, it's not the mayor.
Okay.
It's
No,
another
But
woman
you
Evelyn's
that you've never
know,
daughter.
met
when you
before.
do crimes, you're not supposed to get caught.
It's who?
Well,
Sorry, what'd you say?
the other woman is nobody that you've met before.
Okay.
You do not recognize her.
Hell site, just real quick.
It's Alyssa
She is
Sandstrath. What are you talking about?
she is not um a controlled or not somebody who's hiding by an illusion.
Okay. Cool, good.
I look to the Archaeomancer and I just say thank you very much.
He
Um,
nods and says,
we have means of communication amongst across long distances. Um, I would like to be able to extend that line of communication to you um, in case any other developments or warnings uh, need to be spread across our two parties.
Uh, Jacques, we only have one diplomat's pouch at the moment.
We can get
"Hmm,
another one.
How much
that
are
might not be a
diplomats'
problem."
pouches?
Uh, Barnabas walks over to you and says, "Could I examine this item, if you don't mind?"
Yes.
So he takes the diplomat's pouch and he kind of puts on some glasses and he waves his hands over it, and you see a fractal pattern kind of emerge as he's looking over it, and you can see like lighting up all around it. And he's like, yes, I think I understand the enchantment.
Quadrix
Um,
nerds.
let's see. Carry the one, and let's see. Conjuration, a bit of divination. Yes, I think that should be replicable. Um, let me just take some notes here for a moment. And he scribbles some more stuff in his notebook. He says, I think I should be able to have uh, a copy of this completed fairly soon. So we should be able to send and receive messages uh, without any issue.
Good.
Excellent.
No
He
one should tell.
hands you back his pouch.
No one should tell anyone from Kasani that they just did that, or else there will be a blood feud of copyright infringement. Just need to point that out there.
So they recognize their laws.
Uh, I'm not going to say anything.
Hmm.
You can't tell me that that's not something they would put on their on their things in
Yeah, no, I'm
Enchanted.
thinking. I'm trying to think
It
about what.
starts bla- It starts blaring.
I'm trying to think about how Barnabas would react to that, like what his feelings on copyright law in this instance would be like.
What is
Because
the
one of
copyright law on this on Arcavius?
well, so one of the things that Strixhaven is actually like a plot point is that they don't necessarily think that everybody should have access to magic. Um, like they do discriminate in terms of who they teach. Um, that's like the whole like Arik faction within
They
the story.
teach Loxodon, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I know who Quintorius is.
Meanwhile, Kasani, there's like not necessarily a law against murder if you're doing it in the pursuit of like research or your education, but plagiarism is a death sentence. So
Yeah. So I think he takes well, is it plagiarism? Because he's not gonna pass it
no,
off
no, no.
as
I'm
his
saying
work.
an example of the way that
Yeah.
Kasani laws and thoughts work is like, oh, plagiarism, death,
I feel like it would this is probably more akin to patent
copyright. Yeah.
uh, a patent uh, violation.
Violation.
Suddenly, a patent troll bursts through the walls. Rawr! Patent.
Um, so yeah, I guess I still need to decide what he thinks about patent law. This is not something I ever expected to have to decide for this character.
Uh, he can, at the most right now, magically, we can send him something if he needs time to figure this out, and if he
Hmm.
seems to be on the fence and wary about it, we could try to
I write in
commission
my diplomat's
Kasani to give
pouch,
us
Anton,
another
please
pouch.
bring a spare diplomat's pouch for the owl people.
Okay, solved.
There we go. Yes, no, I can't let you replicate,
That was
Pat.
my
Your
whole
lives would be in
thing. Wasn't going to
extreme
be
danger.
replicating. I would just say that I would. I was just going to be like, look, we can just get the Kasani, and we can just get another one
Yes,
Yeah,
and give
Anton.
it to
We'll
them.
say that Anton brings when he comes to visit the moon.
there we go.
He's got them
How
on his
just a
side.
nonchalant statement, when he comes to visit the moon, his
Yeah.
summer house.
He does
Yeah,
that.
this is the fun of D&D, folks. Um,
That wizard came from now.
That wizard
he's
came from the moon.
Yeah.
We about to quote some Destiny memes up in here.
Yeah.
he says, "Oh well, that would certainly be easier. That can more time to devote to my research. I'll have to send this along uh, and see what people think of it." Um, so anyway, would you like to? I think I did promise you a tour of the rest of the facility if you're done speaking with your daughter.
Yes.
All right, excellent. Well, this way then. And he's
But
gonna.
just a second.
Yes.
Miss Carter, who is Cartier? No, no, no. You're good, Barnabas.
Oh
Thank you
yes.
very much. Miss
Hmm.
Cartier, who is your companion there?
Well, this is Halima. Uh,
Uh-oh.
she and I are friends.
Tension with a knife.
Hmm.
How
Oh,
does she stress the word friend?
Exactly the way you think. They're holding hands.
That is nice to meet each of you.
were either of you able to access the Chronicles outside? I assume not.
No, we weren't able to uh, do anything to it. There were some sockets. It looked like there was something within them to power it, and we never got that far.
Ah, good, good. Okay.
Why were you two out here anyways? What you doing?
For some reason, I thought it had to do with being a were raven. I am beginning to suspect this is not the case.
No, I mean it's. I mean, Halima was just telling me about how it has always kind of been out in the desert, and I wanted to do something with everything going on.
I mean, that's basically why we came here too. We didn't really have a defined objective. Aerith just really wanted to see the Sphinx.
Uh,
That's true.
Again, I thought this was because of the. Why did I think this? I'm
Because
very
I
confused
also
about
thought
many of
it.
these.
Anyway,
Okay, but why did you think it?
anyway, Evelyn, Salima, you could come with us. Barnabas, we'd be grateful for a tour. Please show us your wonderful facility.
You two ladies look like you'd be excellently. You know what? I'm conscripting you. You're going to war. Let's go.
no, we
I
explicitly did not want that.
It's too bad. My country's being invaded. Let's go.
Yes, but
but
we're not. Where
they're not
where are you
citizens of
from
your country.
exactly?
I just We just invaded Carmine. I think we have right. Anyways, let's go. Come on, Jock. Bring your children.
Wait, no. If we're not conscripting anyone unless it's in the name of the International Workers' Revolution, and since I don't think this has to do with that,
I
we're
can
not
hardly be
conscripting
bothered
them.
about two people. Let's get
I'm
going.
going to. Aerith is gonna walk over to the girls and
Hmm.
sort of gently lead them away
Okay.
pointedly from town.
Where? So are you leading them back towards
People,
the teleport circle, or
we got like 5 minutes before the fly spell ends. Hurry up.
Hey,
so just over here?
yeah.
Okay.
You are the last of your kind. Do not fuck it up like your brethren.
Uh, what?
What? Oh, he's talking to the spider.
Yeah, the spider says, what? What happened?
They did not allow us access to the crystal, and I destroyed all of the spiders in that cave, and your entire hatchery. You are the last of your kind.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's a good thing I decided to defect when I did.
Ah, good. Well, then all of your enemies are dead.
Does that mean I get to come out of this cage now?
It depends. Are you going to try and fight us as well?
No.
Would you like a
Spider, can
job?
you fly?
I've never had a job before.
We will give you a job,
Oh,
gainful employment.
Oh, this sounds like an
Um,
excellent recruit. Better than uppity teenagers.
can I learn magic?
I mean, that's more of a you question than a me question.
Is there somebody to teach me magic? Let me rephrase.
We can certainly find
That's
someone.
that's why I came here. I wanted to learn magic, but they just like for whatever reason these people freaked out at me.
Oh, no,
And were like,
excellent.
"Ah, it's a giant spider. It's gonna eat us,"
Yes, no,
and stuck me
it's
in this cage.
that's good because your compatriots freaked out at us. They were like, "Oh, look, a person with a sword. What are we gonna do?" And they just tried to eat us, and we had to kill them all. Yeah, no, good.
Typical.
You come with us. We will see if there is somebody who is willing to teach you magic, but we will not be freaked out by you being a spider. We will at least give you more
That's
opportunities
good.
than being
I
stuck in this cage.
literally think we could just wait until Anton and Rkth get here. I think Rkth would not be.
Oh yes, no, there's actually somebody coming who is a wizard
Terribly.
and who is apparently what did you say he was? A crocodile.
I-
Do you know what a crocodile
it
is?
lizard folk.
He's not a crocodile. All right.
Rick is gonna get himself a phase spider apprentice. That's pretty
Sure.
cool.
Why not?
Spider apprentice.
And you know what? That's not even the weirdest thing in this entire campaign.
Understood. Come along. Take me to the airship.
his
Yeah.
name is
Now about that tour of the facility.
Yes, please.
yes. Let me just tell you all about myself.
Oh, good.
When fly ends, we'll be here another hour, and
Where
this is
is
putting back the
Halima?
timetable considerably. I am not going to wait much longer.
We do really have to leave, and like we cannot fly anymore.
Oh, there we go.
I will not be waiting another hour because you guys want to tour some facility that you can come back to anytime.
I think you have to wait long enough for Elijah to pilot the ship anyway.
Let's see. So his name is Trisk, and he's a Joker. Just
He's a jokester? What?
yeah.
I would
That's what
think
they're
that
No
his
called.
vowels. He loved.
I would think that his trait is he wants to learn magic.
And
Aspiring
also
wizard.
tell jokes.
And also tell jokes. Yeah, he loves a joke. A jake,
Alright.
if you will.
Where's Halima's big picture? I want to see if Halima is worth.
What?
What do you mean
What?
by worth?
It's worth
I was
what?
gonna finish the sentence.
Oh boy.
How pretty your daughter is.
You conjure water?
No, I just can't find her photo.
She's not in
Hang
there.
on. She might not be in there yet. Here we go. I'll edit in everybody's journals.
There we go.
There
Well,
we
that
go.
could be bigger.
Oh heck yes. All right. Close friend, and they were roommates.
Yeah, exactly.
Roommates.
Oh, I see Minx is already giving himself a tour.
At the very
Um,
least, I'll have it mapped out, mostly.
Okay.
I just want to be able to leave this place.
Okay, I guess we're getting out of here then.
We can do the tour and then we can go.
Okay.
No, we have 5 minutes left of this fly spell.
Oh,
Then
it's
the tour.
fine.
Then
I'm an
I
I'm
will
an owl.
apologize to Barnabas, and I will state that a tour will have to wait till next time.
Do we
I
really
mean, I
just
am an
have
owl. I
5
can just
minutes?
carry you over.
I'm out of spells.
You.
I won't be able to
Oh, if you
refresh
can,
this
yeah,
for
if you
another
can
hour.
carry us over, that's fine. You didn't look like
Yeah.
many of you had a strength over 10, though.
No, but we could work together. You know, there's more owls here. It's not just me.
Oh no, yes, you could grip us by the husk.
What?
It's a simple question of weight ratio.
Oh yes.
What is the
I hate it here.
fly
Average
speed
airspeed
of an
velocity of
unrated
an owlin.
You know
unrated
what I'm glad
Valorant?
nobody can do right now? Drum snares.
What?
I would have really just. Wah, wah. Can you give us the
Uh,
power back?
No.
so yes, he'll lead you this way, and I'll get everybody in here. I guess except for the ones who want to leave. Who wants to go on the tour, and who wants to
I'll
stay
go on
and
the
talk
tour.
to the other NPCs?
I will go on the tour.
Minx will tour.
I will bring Evelyn and Halima with
Oh, I was gonna hang out with Evelyn and
I need to.
Halima.
Yeah, you,
I need to go just because I'm the camera view. But I'd probably be talking to the spider. I'm very pleasantly surprised that
Okay.
he's just like, oh yeah, those people are idiots. I'm like, ah, good. Vindication on my judgment.
so yeah, so he says, so this is our shield generator room. It's what kept the spiders out of here. I don't know if you noticed, but as phase spider variants, they could travel through the ethereal plane. So we had to set up a wall of force all around the facility in order to keep them out. We'll probably keep that up just as a precaution, just in case there are any more spiders wandering around.
There might be one or two, but not any way to salvage their civilization.
Okay. And then he'll take you in here. He says, here we go. So this is what I wanted to show you. And he'll go over here and he'll insert the blue power core back into the device here. He says,
Oh, is this a bear
this
trap? Oh no, wait.
no, this is our telescope. This is what we use to observe your plane and take readings and measurements. So we've been using it to basically see what's going on. Your plane is actually very interesting from a scientific standpoint. Did you know that your crystal sphere has bubbles on it?
What's a crystal sphere?
Oh yes, of course. Let me explain. Let me actually get a diagram. Uh,
I have charts.
I have a chart. Here we go. So I'll show this to you guys. So every material plane is contained within a crystal sphere, which floats within the phlogiston, sort of like a soap bubble, if you will. Normally, each sphere is just that, a single sphere. But your plane has several smaller uh, bubbles on it. Uh, 6, if I remember correctly, that we identified, which lends me to a interesting theory. As we know, matter can neither be created nor destroyed, uh, and all of that energy that was talked about in the Chronicle had to go somewhere.
Oh,
What's matter?
shit.
So I think the best way to describe it is that your plane has time cancer.
All of the iterations
Hmm.
exist as these bubbles in the. Oh, fuck. God damn it, Rick.
Well,
Um,
can't we
Texting,
just get rid of these other ones? They don't seem important.
texting Anton, we gave the plane time cancer.
We gave the plane.
Here, observe the surface of the crystal sphere through the telescope. We'll point it in the direction of a normal section, and he points it at the sky, and you can see points of white light. You see those points of light that you can see are actually holes in the crystal sphere leading out into the phlogiston, which is used by spelljammers to navigate in between planes, as one of the many methods of traveling in between different realities. Uh, the spell jamming being the most common one. Um, but if you observe over here, and he'll redirect the telescope to another location, you'll notice a blank area, which corresponds on the exterior of the crystal sphere to one of the bubbles or cancerous growths, depending on your metaphor. So it appears that it has whatever's in there has been completely sealed up inside, but who knows how many of these things can be added on before the whole thing collapses. It's been known to happen, uh, that crystal spheres occasionally do get destroyed. Um, I don't, there hasn't been one destroyed in my lifetime, but I do know that uh, Uh, this does correlate with another plane that we've been observing that has a similar growth on it, although only one, called Tarkir. You're probably not familiar.
No idea. Also, no, previously too, you said something intriguing. You said that there was something called matter that could not be created or destroyed. Do you have any of that handy? Can that be weaponized?
No, no, no. So consider, for example, yourself, right?
Yes.
Uh, so the actual like water and uh, iron and other elements that make up you cannot actually be completely destroyed, right? Uh, but you can still be stabbed, which would kill you.
Okay.
So it's the same sense that like if you kill somebody, they still leave a body. The matter doesn't go anywhere. It's just no longer in a useful form.
Yeah. No, it's
I
it's it's a weird
I would
substance, but
disagree with that. The form is useful in other ways. We mostly have such a strong agricultural district thanks to our corpse fields.
so is matter
Yes.
something that cannot be stabbed? Is it? Does it make armor?
Well, matter is all the stuff, right? So it's just a general term
All of
for
us.
objects.
I
He's
think he's
explaining
But you
saying
simple
can.
alchemy to you. You see, a dagger can turn you into a corpse, which is quite beautiful, really.
No, I
Well,
get that, but you
confusing as
can.
hell.
But what specific kind of thing is matter?
no. I think he is
Is
saying
it something that can't be
Nothing. What?
conjured through magic and can't be destroyed by magic?
Nothing. What's
one.
the matter with you?
I think he is saying one thing can be turned into another. nothing is actually destroyed. It just changes what it is in that particular moment in time.
Yes, but if you have certain
That's correct.
substances that can't just be created, then that seems like they'd be more valuable.
Uh,
I think it's
yes.
just
Well,
the arrangement in time.
that is the whole origin of the field of alchemy, is it not? The attempt to transform one thing into another that's more valuable.
I mean, maybe, but that's... I don't see what alchemy has to do. So you can't use alchemy to create matter.
That's right.
So that's why matter is valuable, because it's something that can't be made through alchemy.
Did they
You
ever
can't
teach you
you
equivalent
can't make something from
exchange?
nothing. That's right.
No,
Equivalent
you can make
exchange.
something
Thank
from
you.
nothing all the time.
Such as
Anything. I'm not a wizard. I've seen wizards do it.
ah, it might appear so, but it's not actually what's happening. You see, when wizards conjure something, uh, what they're actually doing is drawing upon ambient energy to and transforming it into a solid object.
So you can create something out of nothing.
No, it takes energy.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's...
so
there's
thrilled that we're
energy
wasting
everywhere.
time here trying to explain simple topics to persistence.
See, I think
Instead of
he's discussing this in the sense of the parasite that is the bourgeois.
I'm just... persistence knows that demiplanes exist and is trying to, like... What this guy is trying to describe is patently untrue based on Persistence's life experiences.
What do you mean by about? Oh, you mean like demiplanes?
Yeah, so it's like you can just make as many demiplanes as you want. The Kasani have done ridiculous things for it, so it's like, okay, so you
Things.
need energy to make it, but energy is limitless, so you can just make them. Like, as far as Persistence is aware. Like, it's...
I, I think he's saying in the sense that persistence would be unaware that energy is not limitless.
I mean, energy could be limitless. It's a
Not
question of how
according
much
to the
energy you
rules
have
of
in your.
entropy.
Not according to the rules of reality, but wizards also don't exist according to the rules of reality. So,
Yeah. So I guess it's a more philosophical discussion of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's just the irony of a wizard
Okay.
saying matter cannot be created or destroyed. It's like, bitch, I do that for breakfast. It's like we literally we just had a discussion with people who have broken causality. Like,
Yeah, time you can mess with all that you want. Conservation of energy is a no-go.
yeah.
we just got done talking about how messing with time is causing problems.
Yeah.
Sounds like you can't
Anyway,
mess with time as much as you want, because it sounds like you destroy reality.
Well, it sounds like reality
a
was
local
being
reality, yes.
destroyed anyways if they didn't do something with time. So, I mean, I think that a cessation of existence is still preferable to the Empress
It's
getting
not a
whatever she wants.
destruction of reality. It's just boring.
I mean, that too. Either happens or it doesn't. I can see that. All right, well, thank you very much, Bonvis. We appreciate this.
Yes.
There are going to be people, you're aware of it, Anton and Rick, are arriving. If you could please share
Yes.
this with them. They're much more
You've
qualified
told
for
me.
it.
Yes.
Okay, good, good. And then the spider's going to be Rick's apprentice.
Okay.
Yes. Well, thank you.
All right.
Whoosh.
All right. I'll see you on your way.
Take off back to the portal.
Let me help you get back to the portal down.
I hope all these delays won't have the lady transmute me into a corpse.
As soon as
You mean like a different one?
as soon as we're away from the wizards, I'm just gonna turn to like Elijah or Aerith or somebody and just go. I've never met wizards who don't understand how magic works. So it's just bizarre.
Okay, so you guys are doing that. And then Aerith, do you want to have a conversation with Evelyn and Halima? Is there anything in
Yeah,
particular you want to say to her?
Sorry that my friend shot you.
We've already apologized. We already talked about that.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
They're just out here trying to be a third wheel.
no, she just wants to know. Like,
You cannot be in a thruple with my daughter.
I don't want to be in a threat. Listen. Aerith already has her own situation going on.
They're gonna make a wheelbarrow. Who's gonna push?
I hate it here. Um, no, she was taking a moment and asking them because they were being held pseudo prisoner for a little while. She's making sure that they're all right and like
Mm-hmm.
asking about Halima.
Uh,
So Halima,
yep.
are you from the same town?
Uh,
Is it?
yes, I grew up in Fortifer.
You make
That's
me
where
a
we met.
werepers. You make me
I want to
a
be a
werepers.
werepro so bad. No. I believe we already discussed that I can't do it because I'm not human. Um,
Well, that was the original conversation because Thur, as a person, was unaware that it would be so desirable. I don't know that he has made any new things along that line,
Yeah.
so you could inquire.
uh,
What
I'll
does
say
your attunement situation
Who
look like?
you?
my attunement situation.
Your attunement situation.
How in tuned are you?
I feel like I'm pretty in tune.
No,
Like,
no,
how
no.
many
Like your
magic items are you
equipment.
attuned to?
I know I'm looking.
Oh my god.
I just wanted to say I'm pretty
None.
attuned. It looks like just my weapon.
No, those don't
Nope,
require attunement.
I have zero
You have
attunement.
open attunement slots. Okay. Um, because it would be basically like a ring of regeneration plus being able to fly is basically it, right? That's being a were raven.
I guess I don't know. There's other
Mechanically, that's
cool
mechanical
stuff.
benefit with you.
That doesn't sound cool.
I will think about it a little bit more now that I realize that I haven't given you any items that you can attune to. Because that would be how I would do it, is it would basically take up one of your attunement slots.
Hey. No, she's literally just like so. So you come from the same village. Uh, hmm. Are
How'd you
you
meet?
also a weird person? I don't know how to say that politely. I'm
Uh,
afraid.
I mean
Is
that's
that
about as
not
polite
polite?
as it can be. Yes. Yes, I am.
Did you change her,
Uh,
or was it like a gift given at
Oh,
maturity? Does that make sense?
it,
Like,
it wasn't on purpose.
oh, fascinating.
Was she covered in crumbs?
Oh no, of course, it happens when people are close friends.
Yes.
Um, I had a close friend once. She's
oh my
now
god.
captain of a wonderful ship. Um, she
This is
smiles
so
I didn't know
actually.
awkward.
Jack Silver was a she now. That's
I
beautiful.
did not get out. um, so it was an accident. Oh, how old were you? Was it recent? I know I'm asking a lot of questions. I just
Hmm?
have no interest in
Oh, I was
this
I
magic
was
science stuff.
were you were you asking Evelyn this or
I was asking
'cause-
both of them.
okay, because I thought you were asking how Evelyn got it.
Yes.
And that was the answer was it was not on purpose. But Halima will if you're asking then how Halima was like, well, I was born into the family, so
So you were born a person. I'm so sorry. I just am fascinated by the whole concept. It's like, are some people born and then it is transmutable, or is it someone was blessed at some point in their lineage, and when you turn a certain age, you change? I just have many
um
questions.
yes, well, when a young woman reaches a certain age, her body changes in
But
strange ways, and
okay.
mine
And
were just a
sometimes
little
that
bit
includes growing feathers and turning into a bird.
uh yes,
I love that
yeah,
for you.
um and sometimes when um you think you're being safe and you're not, accidents happen.
Of course, of course.
Um, so
Jack's
if you're
gonna
done
love
asking
that.
super personal questions,
Of course, I'm
Can't
sorry. I'm
handle it.
very nosy. I know. I'm very sorry. No, I just want to make sure that the people around Evelyn are safe. I don't know Evelyn very well.
I mean, if you want to make sure the people around Evelyn
Um,
are safe, just keep Elijah away from her.
that's true. But
I mean,
I don't.
yes, she's become part of our family, and
And
so
that's
we
what
will
matters.
protect her.
Yes,
And
I have no
we love
personal
her.
stake, and I'm glad for that.
So,
And she smiles and
uh,
she goes, her father would be very upset with probably me. Statistically, I think it's me.
yes,
She
well,
smiles.
this isn't exactly how I imagined meeting Evelyn's parents, but
You know, getting rescued from a wild owl prison. Rescued is a strong word. Getting
Wild.
released from a wild owl
One of the
Being
prison
wizards
bailed
puts
out
down
of
a
on the.
jail
teacup and
by
just goes,
your
"How dare! I'm quite civilized, good missus."
I am sure you're quite civilized, but
It's
listen.
like the raptor. It's like the raptors from the animated Jurassic Park show.
I
I'm also sure
say,
this is not how Evelyn wanted to see her father again, if I'm
Good
correct.
heavens!
no, absolutely not.
So what I'm saying is I can get you out of here right now before he's done with his tour, if that is something you're interested in.
They can leave whenever they want.
Yeah, they're free to
They can
go
literally
at this point.
transform into birds.
Yeah, they can just fly out
I
whenever
know,
they
but
want
she's
to. She's
like,
like, she's like, do you guys want to go now?
yes.
Um, I'm trying to think, trying to get in the mind of a teenage woman who's recently become a bird and has a very complex relationship with her father.
God, which
Um,
Hosier album is that?
I believe that would be Wasteland Baby.
Probably.
I don't get the reference, but okay. Um,
That's all news to me too.
Hold on, there's a Hosier song for this. Give me a second.
There is. There has to be. And continue, sir.
yeah,
Yes,
I know.
I'm just
I'm thinking
I
about.
mean, you could cut out the teenage girl part and just go, what would a person with father
It,
issues and being a bird do?
Yeah, yeah.
Simplify it
I
a bit.
suppose that's true.
Okay, all right.
Um,
In that case, we're going to need Lincoln Park.
it's difficult to say. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel that Evelyn and Jacques kind of had the best conversation the last time they spoke, and that kind of still a little raw. I
Let's say
feel.
your
yeah.
dad served as an officer in a fascist empire and you became a bird. What would you do?
Wasn't he
What
trying
would you
to
do?
make amends?
Also, how's her bullet wound doing?
Oh, wait, that's healed.
I'm glad
This
we gave Elijah a gun.
she's got she's got Were Raven regeneration, so she's
Okay.
fine.
We could shoot her
Um,
all day. She'd be fine.
Well,
well, kind of.
Evelyn, how do you like the idea of having your skeleton replaced with a mysterious metal?
That doesn't sound fun. No.
Well, we'll just strap you down and you'd be in immense pain for days.
Yeah. How
But
about not?
think about how tough you'd be.
Also, I have no idea if that would transform with me when I try to turn into the
oh,
a
oh,
crow.
Well,
what if
I know
Wolf?
a man called Wolverine, and he doesn't transform at all.
No,
Yeah.
Wolverine became a werewolf, but his bones stayed the same, and it just mangled him from the inside.
Well,
Oh,
that's why he's so short.
Oh God.
Right? I mean, I feel like that is a genuine concern that you would have.
That's a good
Uh,
idea. What if you replaced a lycanthrope's entire skeleton with silver?
Yeah, that wouldn't
It
go
would
I
well
mean, I'm
together.
kill
pretty
them?
sure you would kill them in order to replace the skeleton. So, Wolverine, it's plausible just because he can regenerate, but oh boy.
But you're not thinking big enough. What if you had enough clerks on standby?
Just revivify over and over again.
Yeah.
It takes so many diamonds.
No,
I
I'm
mean, if
just
you were gonna
saying
go
they just
that
have to
route, then
stand
just.
there and spam healing spells.
I mean, if you were gonna go that route, you would probably just kill them, uh, put the metal on their bones, and then revive them with a raised dead, right?
Yeah, but that's not torturous. What if you just don't like this person very much and you want them to suffer on
Well,
an operating table and for the rest of their life?
All right, we're getting away from ourselves here. More than
okay,
usual.
but Thanos is standing in the corner thinking of ways to torture people with surgery and healing
The
spells.
owl professor just looks at him and leaves with their tea kettle. Just
Like, what's his problem?
Wait, the
Um,
crystal's unguarded. I go steal the blue crystal. I sabotage their generator too. All right, let's leave.
how about no?
um,
This facility will
it says,
self-destruct in 1 minute.
uh, they both kind of look at each other and says, "I think we've got a lot to think about here, and we we want to help people, but we don't want to endanger our family." I would, and Evelyn will specifically speak up and says, uh, like I don't want to lose what I've gained to get back what I had.
Maybe I can entice them into military
I
service.
do
They sound
understand
ripe
that.
for it.
So we'll be in touch. Um, I still have the comm bead, so doesn't work up here. Tried that. It was not a light decision, but it didn't work anyway.
Oh, so
Do
now
not
she
tell dad.
pulls the
Do not
dad.
do not
I'm
do
in
not
jail. Can you come help? I'm on my
do
one
not
phone call.
do not tell dad that. Do not tell him.
I swear I will not tell him.
Thank
Do
you.
not tell him that I called him for help.
I'll also tell him to
Family
not tell him
help.
about the other thing. No secrets as
Um,
safe as me, is what I'm saying.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Um,
And if you do not feel comfortable reaching out to your father in the future, I also have a comm link if you would like, if it's easier to reach out to me. I know I'm a little unhinged most times. Not as bad as that, points at Tedalus in the corner, mumbling to himself about surgery torture.
The best
We're
part
all.
about this is I still look like Hot Sheila.
Yes, you do. We're all a little unhinged, but I guess you have to be to start a war. So, but yeah,
oh,
if you do not feel comfortable reaching out to your father, I am also always here.
thank you. Um, for everything. Um, Come on, Halima, let's go. And Halima just gives you a little like, the like hot, like little hot perky wave kind of thing.
Yes.
She gives you one of those, just like, nice to meet you.
She always back.
And they both teleport out and presumably fly back through the portal.
Wait,
Best
teleport
they
out.
can. They're like quick.
They step on the teleportation circle and
Oh, okay. I
fly
was like, if they
back up.
could, why didn't they just do that in the first place?
Also, I
Yeah.
found the Hosier song for this. Hold on. It was also from the album Wasteland Baby.
Just imagine if I could react with sound bits right now.
Oh man, it'd be terrible. I'm glad we
Whack.
disabled it.
You've got to get as good of a voice actor as that one black guy in Police Academy. It's like, I don't know.
Oh
However
yeah.
he does it.
Guys, he'd be great to have in a Discord chat.
Let's see. Trike. I'll have to listen to that later. So yeah, so you guys finish your tour. You head out. They'll help you get to the uh, the gate out. Uh, and you guys find yourselves back in the desert. We'll put on a little bit of desert winds.
Well, I hope we all had fun.
As we pass the Sphinx, I'm like, this might be a little racist. But do you know the Sphinx at the Mount? I would explain what the Mountain of Eternity is. I don't know what it is, but
Mm-hmm.
Aerith
Yeah,
would.
yeah. Mount Toko, I
Yeah.
believe, is what you named it, next to Eternity.
Yes.
And the Sphinx looks at you, um, and you notice that she looks much more aged, like time is catching up to her. Because, of course, I know her. She's me.
Oh, do you have time
You're the
cancer too?
same. Just saying, do you have time cancer?
Persistence. You can't just go asking people if they have time
She's
cancer.
obviously wasting away. What else is the logical
Mhm.
conclusion?
Are you feeling all right?
Well, I'm a magical being created for a specific purpose, and now that that purpose is done, the magic sustaining me is uh, no longer doing so. I don't think that I have very much time left.
I
I'm gonna write to
think this is what
Anton that it is
ancient
in fact the
creatures who
same.
lived a very, 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 very long time.
Wait, so you're made of magic.
That's right.
Are you also made of matter?
Magic matter, yes.
Okay, so something you were created from nothing then.
No, I was created for magic.
Niv, damn it. Okay, but listen. All right, we have this weird time
Niv.
rod thing, and I pull out, this. Hell, damn it. I pull out the pink crystal thing, and it's like, if this seems to have some time properties as well, you want to try and I don't know if you can hop inside of here, sustain yourself with a bit more, help us fight the Empress.
Uh, no, I think my contribution is done. If you see Rkth,
That's quitters talk.
uh, actually, hmm, interesting. That would be an interesting.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure I know how to bind a magical soul to an object that it shares some sort of quality with. Like this is a time
yeah,
crystal, this is a time sphinx. I'm a knight
yeah.
of hell. I can do this. Or I
That's
should
very
I should
simple.
have the possibility of doing it, I should say.
Great.
Yeah.
This Sphinx like a Pokemon.
So you hold out the time crystal, and she touches it with her paw, uh, and she starts glowing, bright pink, so bright you have to close your eyes and avert them. And when um, you open them, her physical body is gone. Are you attuned to the crystal?
No, so and this needs to be an above table discussion. The person that Persistence thinks should get this is Minsk, just to give him something more to do during combat.
That was going to be something I requested.
Yes.
I didn't want to
Gonna
get there
say
yet.
I was gonna vote that we give it to Minx as well.
Yeah.
I also agree that it should
But
go
I
next.
don't know why Persistence would ever think that is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So
The amount
I
of
would look around
support
and
and
it's like,
utility this man provides
is-
benefit
I would like
Guam
to.
with
Can I
the,
take it gently from persistence?
yes, one of the magic users should use that. Somebody who knows. It's either one of you two.
She just wants to hold it for a second.
Okay.
She looks down at it and she's like, "I hope you're comfortable in there."
Yes, it is quite cozy, like a
Oh.
warm pool of sunlight.
Does this mean that you
Necessities
like
right.
having discussions about fanciful philosophical topics?
Well, yes, I think that would be a nice change of pace for after a millennia of isolation.
Do you speak Draconic?
I speak all languages.
I can certainly talk. Forever.
Well, you guys are having conversating. You ask her who made her while she's disappearing or not
I
disappearing
think she
now.
said that Rkth made her.
Yeah,
she's
she looks like Foosh. So like I'm assuming
Wait,
yes.
Was
what?
Foosh a sphinx?
there's a
No.
whole thing. There was a whole thing, and I don't remember
Or
it,
made
and
the
I keep saying it
Pokemon
wrong.
joke.
But she's in the Pokeball. I'm handing the crystal to Minx.
I can't believe this is a third evolution of Whoosh. What was the second evolution?
The second evolution was the
Thought this
giant
was.
one that tried to kill us.
Yeah.
I thought this was an armor Digivolve.
No, it's a
Did
DNA
Yeah,
you
is this
ask her
Digivolve.
Digimon
about
or?
her if she is Whoosh?
Yes.
That's what I was called once.
God.
But
Boom.
the Foosh of this timeline is the Prime Foosh.
God,
So
fucking damn it, Rick.
I don't have a
I don't
name.
have a dad.
I mean, I do have a dad. It was the other Rkth. He's long dead. Good riddance, really. They do the same to me.
Yeah.
Which iteration were you born from?
The last one, that would be the 6th iteration.
Oh, you're not even that old
Well, I mean, I've
comparatively.
1,000 years.
That's not too bad at all.
I mean, but 1,000 years being alone, that's a very long time.
I couldn't imagine that ever happening. That'd be terrible.
That's just like a week.
That's like a month. Well, in the meantime, I can either call you that, or in the comic, I would probably do something more like Rostova or Rasova.
I mean,
Pink owl.
I really need to point out Foosh is probably draconic because Rick named it.
I thought he spoke
Lizards,
different.
nope, lizards have draconic.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the difference between in D&D, Dragonborn and lizard folk speak the same language.
You know what I would attribute it to, honestly?
Cultural drift.
Yeah, like Quebec, Quebecois versus
I mean,
French.
is this
Oh
like?
yeah, Rick's is the Quebecois version.
Yeah, like
Pretty sure lizard folk have their own language, which is this lizard folk. It's not very creatively named.
No, it's pretty
No,
sure
they
it's
speak
draconic.
Draconic.
probably depends on the rule set, but yeah, all right, fair enough. Well, we can talk about many things, or not talk about things, or just find out ways to ensure you are no longer isolated.
Yes, it'll be good to go out traveling again, see the world.
Not be lit in fire and thrown at things.
Right.
So this crystal was a cylinder rod.
Is that Rick's rod that he just changed to be tiny?
He had like a rod of absorption, right?
Yeah. It absorbed time.
Yes. I'm gonna say that is how he made it. That's yes. You guessed it, Lev.
Well, you said it. You said it's a rod, and Rick famously had a rod. So
Yeah. It now absorbs time instead of
my.
magic.
Good. Actually, take that and throw it into space, and maybe it can absorb the time cancer. Problem solved. Look,
Sounds
Rick
like it'll just
did
make
it
a
again.
cancer rod then.
Yeah.
Rick did it again. What is the opposite of a caduceus staff? A cancer rod.
Well, yeah. Minx will affix it to his. For now, he can affix it to the shoulder of his armor, but he'll find a way to incorporate it better, more stylishly,
Okay.
with time.
All right. So you have the pink time crystal, and then Tentalis wants the green one.
To make
What
Doug
did you
smart.
attach it to? I'm sorry.
He was affixing it to like the shoulder of his armor so that Rostova can see, as it
I like
were.
that. Nice.
Hey. So now the question is going to be who gets haste during combats.
There's several good targets.
There are.
Give it
Yeah.
to Elijah.
Elijah's the medium candidate.
I know, but I wanted him because it's the haste spell, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, spelling is bad.
Okay. So let's see. So I guess are you guys gonna fly back to Bateau first, or are you gonna head out straight out back to Castle Noctum?
We don't.
Well, let's.
We talked about going to Castle Noctum.
We need to get there eventually. I don't think we need to go there immediately. Is there any we should, if we can, and we're not pressed incredibly on time? I would probably recommend stopping by Bateau, taking
We
a
were
shower,
pressed
having something
incredibly
nice to
on.
eat.
We were so pressed for time with this, we couldn't long rest.
No, we did.
Yeah,
We self-imposed that, but when we actually worked out the time, we realized we could long rest. Like I
Yeah, and then you
distinctly
guys
remember
did.
that conversation being, "Oh, we're good." We just didn't feel like it yet.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, you weren't here, Aerith.
I was dead.
You were dead. You were taking a long rest. Uh, yeah, I think we have enough time. Go there, see if there's any update reports. Just make sure everything is in order, and then head to Noctum.
Okay.
And I mean, do I remember right that our items were supposed to be there when we got back?
Um, Let me see. Um, your items arrive at Bateau in 2 days.
Oh, and when does the Alvarez fleet arrive?
Uh, they will arrive like they're set to leave from Nemois on the 88th. So 4 days after that,
We'll
after your
stick around
magic
to
items.
Bateau to get our items and then head to Noctum.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
reason to rush.
Yeah, you guys have time.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I recommend, anyways.
Alright,
I
then let's do
have
that.
no objection.
Getting my +2 shield would be great.
Do I have this ready to go? I do not. Okay. To put that on my to-do list. Okay. So I am writing down the timeline here. So I'll go ahead and move you back to the Montalban map. And you guys are flying. Nope, I didn't ever actually move you. Yeah, so it's only a 3-hour flight. So you guys are good for that. Was a day, like a day excursion.
Hey.
And 4-hour flight. Let's see. And as you come out, you actually get a little ring in your ear because Minx, your computer friend, is worried about you.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hang on. Sif.
Sif.
So you receive a little jingle in your ear. Where is it? Here we go. And Sif says, "Comrade Minx, are you there, Comrade Minx?
Da, Comrade Sif.
I lost contact with you. Where were you?
I was on the moon.
Oh, that would do it.
Da.
Duh. That'll do it.
I was
Hopefully-
furthering the progress of the international worker. Soon we shall be the interstellar worker.
Ooh, this is good news, comrade.
Da.
We, Farism will take us to this. It's the one place not corrupt. Has space been corrupted by capitalism?
Unfortunately, I am told that there might be fascisti in space. So we must do what we can to uncorrupt what should be the last bastion of socialism. Peace.
Yes. Mr. Silver of House Mayonnaise, would you like to add
Launch.
anything? God.
Is there any thing of note I should be made aware of, Comrade Chief?
I have the distribution of column beads throughout the strategic locations is nearing completion. So we should be able to communicate extremely quickly and coordinate our forces.
Sounds good,
Um,
Chief. Sounds very good.
yes, I am
We
still currently working on regaining access to the Greater Alvarez network.
we have a military that is still using like light infantry and cavalry, but they have better than radio communications.
It's the interesting world. I mean, if
Like it's not even
something
a
like
magical hand waving. It's
like
sci-fi.
if you think about how ancient battles were fought, if you had someone who just had like a bird's eye view and several comm beads, it would be a massive advantage in organization.
Oh yeah, just imagine what would have happened to the Carthaginians at Cannae or Kane. How do you pronounce that? Cann.
Didn't the
You know.
Carthaginians win
Can
at
I?
Cannae? Very famously?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, what would have happened to the Romans at Cannae? There we go. I remember it was a
yeah.
stop. I forget which way it went.
I mean, that was the famous instance of the Romans were like, shit, we're losing to this guy who's just really good. We're gonna put a new guy in charge of all of our military and give him an unusual amount of power. And then he spent a year being like, don't fight him, starve him out. Don't fight him,
Yep.
starve him out.
Yep.
And they're like, you're such a pussy. Why did we put you in
No,
charge?
no,
And then he
I
lost
remember.
power.
I was just thinking very specifically. If you could see that battle from like a StarCraft 2 perspective, you wouldn't have
Oh yeah,
lost
no.
because you could have seen what's happening.
I
Just a
think I
dude in a
think
blimp and a megaphone would have been like, "Romans, don't do it."
what's honestly incredible about all of that is
Yeah, but
Rome
he's still
lost like 100,000 guys at a time when that was like 10% of the population of a lot of different places.
Yep.
Several times in the same war, and every time the Carthaginians are like, "We've done it. We've beat the Romans. They're never going to field another force again. Their society will collapse." And then the Romans came back at them with another army, and they were just like, "What the fuck?"
Yep. I mean, it's really one of the reasons why I'm very excited that MCDM's kobolds are basically little Romans, because that's what they were.
What is this from? I need to look into this.
The Flea Mortals Monster Manual
Flea
by
Mortals.
MC. Don't look at it too hard, because Thur and I are going to use it against you guys. But
Okay.
their kobolds are literally like themed after Romans.
All
Well,
right.
I apologize, but I'm going to look. 'Cause I'm planning to use it against my players as
I've
well.
got it in Vet Supplements folder. It's there.
Here we have SPP 65, the Cobalt.
But yeah, so we have the best communications network. We have Starlink, and
Yeah.
also Swordsman.
It's Civ rules, right?
Sure.
That you guys have discovered you're super advanced in one side of the tech tree and not in the others.
Why haven't we updated our military yet? We need more money.
Need more turns. The action economy.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, in
So
Civ, when you have a chariot running around, you're just like, I'm gonna turn this into a tank with like a bunch of money. I have no idea how that works, but the
Just-
power of money makes
Just
it
throw
possible.
money at the horse and it'll become a tank. Yep.
that is how it works. Yeah.
Well, really, you take the experience of the horse and you teach him how to tank, and the horse successfully pilots the tank around.
Alright, so we're in Bateau for 2 days while we wait for our magical items, correct?
Okay, and then you fly over to Castle Noctum as soon as it comes back.
Well, yeah, but I forgot what we ordered. So
Um, Thankfully, I wrote most of it down. Um,
I know I had a +2 shield.
Rules, buying magic items. There is an animated shield,
That's
a
mine.
+2 shield, +1
Yeah,
bow.
plus shield. Yep.
I have here +1 cell armor, and then you
Just
wanted,
specifically +1 cell armor. What?
yeah.
Increases my capacity for cells.
Magic item materials for crafting, I'm assuming. Um, a +2 short sword, a +2 hand crossbow, and a ring of protection, which I think for Elijah's order. 2 potions of fire resistance, a potion of superior healing, and a ring of protection for somebody else, yes.
I mean, I'm going to be in an awkward position. I've got one of my magical items with this green rod, so it's like, oh, okay.
Uh, I think I just did the animated shield, and I think a healing potion. Did anybody else sort of at healing potion?
I'd have to look. I think you probably. Look. Superior. Hmm.
We really should have written whose names each of these things were.
I should have, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
there's
just looking back
this
at
is
my
this is the
Discord.
pile. This is the pile of loot, and you guys can distribute it amongst yourselves.
Okay, for until someone says otherwise, I'm going to take the animated shield because I know that was mine, and the potion of superior healing. I
The
don't
+2
know.
shield is mine.
Yeah. Who remembers getting the rings of protection? Because you said that twice, right, Thur?
I
Yeah,
did.
there
I
are
am
two
getting
two
one.
rings.
Okay,
Yeah.
those people are all right. Those people both know whose they are.
Yep.
Good.
I needed the AC badly.
Yeah. Well, that's what the animated shield is for me. Yeah. Thur, I'm just gonna. Do you want me to track when it's on and off, or can I just put my AC at 21?
It's a what is it to activate?
A bonus action, but it just hovers around you,
Okay, for how long? For a minute?
and then you can use it again.
An unlimited number of times, right?
Yeah.
Um,
If I'm
Kind of only
surprised,
a
I think I'll need to bonus action it. But like
yeah,
if we're heading into somewhere, but I think there might be threats, it's just gonna be
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let me know when I don't have it. But yeah.
okay, so you're assuming that if you know you're getting into combat, you just do it before combat,
Yeah. Like
and so
very
I just needed to, yeah,
yeah. Like if I'm attacked in my sleep, that's one
right.
thing. But yeah. Okay. Sweet. Uh, are there any other what items that you listed are unaccounted for?
Let's see the +1 bow I think was for
Oh, the
that's mine.
zombie. Yep.
one of
And so are the
cells.
crafting materials, and
Yeah,
so is the armor.
Okay.
yeah. I think who had the fire resistance potions?
I guess I'll take one.
Not it. I spent literally everything I had getting
I
the weapons in the ring.
I literally just bought the shield. That's all I spent.
I don't think I would get fire resistance potions, but just so we can move on, I will take both of them.
You can be carrying them, and then you can pass them out if you need to.
Alright. Gods, I'm
Okay,
gonna
and I think
forget them.
that's
I
everything.
don't buy potions because I forget that I have shit.
Hmm.
Alright. There we go. And is the because I know the city was under siege, but is like the higher end shopping districts of Bateau, how is that looking like?
Um, they've had a bit of time to rebuild. Let's see, the siege. What day was the siege on? How long has it been? It was on day 74, and it's currently so it's been 10 days. So they haven't like there are definitely like shops that have burned down and like are filled with smoke. Um, but they're probably starting to get like commerce is starting to come back a little bit. What are you specifically looking for?
I want to specifically see if I can find a like jacket with like black feathers on it, like a "oh officer, I don't know what happened to my husband" sort of thing. Women's size. Yeah.
Um, I think you could probably find a tailor that could make that for you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How much?
Interesting.
Hmm.
Persistence looks so good in a women's size.
It really slims his
Um,
waist.
let's see. What is a fine? I think there actually is in the player's handbook. It says like a fine outfit of clothes. Um,
I just can't remember if it's
Ounce.
even a gold.
well, it depends on how fancy you want to be.
It's one like jacket. I don't imagine. Like I'll pay 2 gold for it. Like that seems overpriced, but considering the
Fine
state
clothes
of
are a
the
little bit more
economy,
than 2 gold.
are they?
Yeah, fine.
Are they really? How much are they?
Yeah,
They're fine clothes. They're noble shit.
yeah. Let me see. Other adventuring gears. I'm trying to find it. Clothes, fine, are 15 gold.
15
Yeah.
gold. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
If
I was
we're
like, it wasn't going to be a lot, but
There you
so
go.
if we're
15
I
fighting
said
gold.
something that
clothes.
doesn't self heal, I now have a stronger weapon than Zarok.
Nice.
Base damage is 2 higher.
This set of clothes is designed specifically to be expensive and to show it, including fancy tailored clothes in whatever fashion happens to be the current style in the courts of the nobles.
Okay. Yeah. I get that wrapped up in a nice little package, and before we leave, I sort of leave that out for Aerith.
I have a I murdered my husband robe now.
Well, you were admiring the feathers for those 2 women, and I figured this would be the next best thing.
I love it. And then soon I will have murdered my husband, so it makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's good.
Um,
I'm done.
okay. Let's see. Tenellis, you've returned to Noctum Town with your new crystal and the body of Doug.
Oh, I already brought Doug back.
You already brought Doug back, and now he's intelligent now.
I don't know. This was never my idea. I'm not giving the
Yeah.
crystal to Doug.
No. It's while you're attuned to it, anything that you summon or raise up is also intelligent. So you cast animate dead on him. He's a zombie, but with the 19 intelligence. So he can use like weapons and armor and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Father,
Okay.
I have news from the grave. No.
Says, I can think again. I don't know. You don't want to. If you don't want to have a conversation with him, that's fine. He still is going to work for you.
Oh, 1 second, gotta fix your jaw.
Remove.
Okay, and then you guys all head over to Castle Noctum. Back into the swamp.
Ugh.
We spent 4
Oh,
months trying
let's
to leave
see.
here.
And now we're back.
Just when I thought I was gone, they pulled me back in.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
1 second, let's hear. Might have
we
to
officially
rewind
now
back.
only have.
Hmm?
Rewind back to Bateau. I gotta
Okay.
check on my message. I received mail on the computer. Let's see here.
While he's checking
can
on that, at
remember.
least we have 75 days until the end. We're now on a shot clock.
Let's see here.
Okay.
I gotta get in the mood here. Fuck. Let's see here. Well, as I get back to Knockintown, the computer is going to have like you got mail, I guess.
Mhm.
But there'll be like the monitor will like have like a big black tower on the screen, and like it's like ooh. Let's see here. You gotta remember how I wanted to compose this. I suppose we can just go forward to Noctum. But yeah, the lady will want me to go back to Noctum. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
here. Maybe we'll just pick this up next week. But I'm gonna do this next week.
Okay, you got an email from the lady.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll look at the Meyer Noctum map here.
Hopefully we can visit the Red Strand sometime. I put a lot of ideas into that place that we'll never go to. Oh, ecosystem down there, and it's all red.
Well, maybe at some other time. So let's see. So I guess you get to Castle Noctum. I can actually do the there we go. Where's the war room? All the way back to your. No, that's not it. Where is it? I know I had it. Is it under? Here we go. Meyer Noctum, the Wilds, Night Meadow, Noctum War Room. That's what I called it. Come on, roll 20.
Oh, I fixed my Roll20 on Firefox, by the way.
Oh yeah, what was wrong?
Uh, so apparently it was an extension thing, but whatever I did previously, it disabled extensions but didn't fixed it this time. So, and I just went through
Okay.
and it's like, all right, which one is breaking this? Oh, it's this one. Okay. So,
All right, so you guys are back. Captain Granui is not here,
No.
unfortunately. But Fern is, because you guys have her and her ships.
Man, I misread that last name really hard.
You would.
So it's missing an L, man.
oh,
I mean, you can't blame me for this stuff.
I for some reason I was just like, oh yeah, I read it as Strutton as well, but no. Lev's
Yeah,
poor
yes,
reading
strutting.
comprehension.
She's strutting because she got the peg leg. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys have some time to discuss your defense of the castle. You know that they're planning on coming in. I believe the plan was to engage them in a naval battle before they could actually get into the mire as they were leaving Nemours, right? So what is your guys' overall strategy?
I believe that was the
Mm.
idea. While they're still on transports and we have
Okay.
warships and the banks, to just catch them off guard.
Okay. Here. Let me. I actually created the area that you can. So these are the forces you have currently available in terms of ships and kind of the area where you sail into Mare Noctum from Lake Pillock. So this is up by Mistelding in the north.
Oh, this is what you want to do. Okay.
So we're not going to fight the battle here, but this is your chance to like plan out if you want to like have people build stuff, if you want to position units
I was
somewhere.
even gonna try and get them when they're not in the open lake, but like pincer them in the river, like have ships
Okay,
cutting them off from Castle Noctum, and then once all of their ships are through, coming up behind them and just making sure they can't get out of the river, and then have our
okay,
ranged people on the banks fucking them up.
okay. So you want to ambush them like once the last transport has gone through here.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. You could probably hide your ships like off the map here, and I'll just move the so I'll move the map when I'm
Yeah.
making it, so it'll be like in here-ish, and then you guys can set up along the banks, and I'll have that ready for next week so you guys can set up.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
my concept. What about you guys?
I'm just thinking about if they
Yeah.
bother with any countermeasures, right? Like, what if they're like, what if we get flanked and on the river, right? Would they worry about that? Would
I
they want to build a
mean,
little fort at the mouth of the river so they have a retreat secured? Would they care about supply lines? Would they want to make a little fort over there?
making a fort is a considerable task. If they're trying to achieve
Yeah, but
something
they're also
quickly,
like invading a place, and they need supply lines and all that stuff. Or do they just like want to come in with boats and just call it a day?
I think with the ships, usually you have some supply ships when you're moving this way. Like, you can't really have ships moving
yeah,
back and forth with that.
typically you would have like dedicated logistics craft.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, is the one leading this paranoid enough to be like, we might get flanked? We should have like forces in the rear.
Well, we
I don't know.
have literally the entire swamp is full of our scouts. I would be shocked if they were able to pull a quick one on us when they're inside the swamp, considering we have archdruid and elves and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and the lady.
Well, I'm just talking about being flanked by ships.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
I mean, there's nothing comes to
And then
mind.
again, if they find our flanking force, they could destroy it and we'd be out, people.
Yeah. I mean, I still
So
think.
that's the only concern is that they are aware and prepared for a flank. You know, do that or Uno reverse card and make the trap into a trap. You know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something where they would be prepared for that, but they wouldn't be equally prepared for a fight in open water.
I know. I'm just saying the river makes sense. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
about problems that can go wrong.
Yeah, no. That's it's a good way to think. I'm not coming up with anything that
Yeah.
would make it better for them to be in the river than to be in open water if they had something up their sleeve to deal with ships.
Should we worry about a contingency plan and have plans A, B, and C? And so plan A is we surround them in the river. If that goes wrong, what's the B? I guess.
Uh, Honestly, I think what we should try to do is, since we have a cleric who has control water, try and uh, if there's any ships that they have that are giving us hassle, just dump them in the river. I'm also not sure. I know that we have forces or whatnot. How much power does Kembra and her people have over local wildlife?
Pretty significant, I would say. Is there some? What are you wanting them to do?
Can we get a unit of crocodiles?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, just the casual way.
Put them in the water.
Yeah.
I suppose have we been worrying about like our little faction turns?
No,
Is
we
that going to
haven't
be one
really.
of our little faction turns? Recruit crocodiles.
Yeah, probably.
I was trying to get actual units. Like I have a shopping list of mercenaries I wanted to hire.
The hell crocodiles.
Funnily enough, lizard folk
Yeah.
were the second on this list. So
Strangely absent. Where'd they go?
I don't know.
They kicked them out.
This is where we learned that Rick's ancestors originally came from Noctum.
They still go on
That'd be
four
funny.
legs.
That's why his accent is so weird. It's Noctimer like the Quebec of lizard folk.
Long ago, lizard
Okay.
folk had vowels, but we took them away because they committed a great crime.
What was the great crime?
It's best not to talk about it. It's a great shame. Lost the time.
Mm-hmm.
No one even remembers what it was. They just remember that they did something.
Okay. I think we're good to stop here. So I will move the battlefield to the place where you want it to be because you guys have the ability to choose your point of contact. And then you guys can brainstorm. You've got basically a week until they get here. The 84. A
Oh,
little
they
bit
don't.
less
They
than a
didn't.
week.
So we got our things in 2 days. They didn't leave for 4 days, so another two, and then they need to travel here. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can travel pretty quickly though, because it's
Yeah.
not that great a distance, and they're on boats.
Yeah.
But they're getting all of their people together. You
Where are
guys
they
were
coming
able to
from? Let's see here.
Nemois.
Nîmois.
Remember,
Uh,
there was the place with the fort that we briefly. It's the Alvarez people on the in the west.
Here, so they're coming from this city up here. So
Oh.
their route is
Oh, I
likely
would
going to
never
look.
have called that place Nîmois. Alright.
Their plan is
Damn
probably
French.
something like this.
That's Nîmois. I thought that was Nemours.
It's French, right?
I thought the
So,
county was Nîmois, and then this town was Nemours.
the whole county, it's the capital and the county are the same name. It's both
Okay.
Nemois.
All right.
Yeah. So this is Nemois County and this is Nemois City.
The thing is, I've been listening to those Dagoff AI little chatbot things, and they're silly. And he calls outsiders Enwas. That's all I can hear now.
Hmm.
Hmm. Oh yeah, we could easily just hide ships behind this. Yeah, that's not.
The Big Island, yeah.
Yeah, that's easy.
And since you can call in the ships while they're out of visual range, um, with your radios and such. It's
All
not
right.
a big deal.
All right. Sounds good.